Bones at the bottom of the sea, baby. That's it. Just bones at the bottom. Wow, hey, check this out. Check this out. Can you see Fuji-san? No, it doesn't have a hat like it did yesterday. Yeah, it's beautiful nonetheless. I got it zoomed on my face. Forgive the vague metaphorical references at the start of the video. Don't mean to be weird or anything like that, but I was just thinking this morning as I started my walk about a solution to the problem of the comments on the comments video issue. You know, if I started this thing of doing the videos, answering comments in a video, then I ended up in this cycle of video after video where they would be comments on the comment video and the comments on the you see where this goes, right? And then it dawned on me that the answer was right there. That this is, instead of being a dilemma of a string of comments, instead it is a solution very similar to a discussion forum thread. Indeed, it is a video thread, whereas the comments video becomes an extension growing over time and continuing along a track similar to this train continuing along its track. The trick is to keep it current and to keep the information fed into it, and I won't be able to go back too far into references, into comments, and so it kind of has to be like that train going along the tracks, but always kind of staying current and in the present state time, the current videos, for example, being commented on. Okay, now I'm starting to wander a little bit. So I think what we have here is a comments thread video stream where I can put these videos out, and I'm going to call them a comments thread. It will basically be the Walking in Japan comments thread. And the comments thread will basically deal with comments from the most recent video plus the most recent comments thread video. So there's two videos that will be commented on by me in this type of video. I hope I'm making sense. This just dawned on me as I was walking along and I think this is a solution. So let's get on with it. I'm going to run out of time. Basically, I have two videos to comment on. First of all, let's comment on the comments video, and then we'll go to the other one. The comments video that I did yesterday invoked some interesting comments, and I'll try to comment on them. Saying the word comment a lot. Okay, everyone, Alex says, what time are you answering the comments at, and what's the temp? It's about, according to my clock here, it says it's about 6:10 a.m. and it's really cold. I don't know what temperature it is. I'd say it's about 4 degrees Celsius. I don't know how that converts to Fahrenheit anymore. I lost track. Crackhead 4211 says, since you are in Japan, is there anything you miss from the USA? Yeah. I really miss burritos, and I really miss tortilla chips. Basically, I miss Mexican food. I live in Japan, and what I miss from the US is from Mexico. Wind Shades 25 says, a video with both the Japan channel and Softypapa would be awesome. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? Although I suspect such a video would likely be the silly old dude and Lyle's brother, because I think his japanchannel.com is mainly for Japan. He doesn't show up in that too much. Let's see, forgive me if I can't see this. Jimera says, it sounds like you have a really awesome toaster. I do have an awesome toaster. It just takes a long time sometimes. And she said, and he or she says, forgive me, I don't know the gender. Do you like ramen, Kurt? Oh yes, I really do like ramen, especially tonkotsu ramen. I eat it way too much. Chi Ranger says, I love it when you do these. Me too. I think I'll do more. Dave 2006 says, my officers in military training had similar ideas about cold making you stronger. Remember, these are the comments. He's commenting about the, what video was that? Oh, there was somebody who made a comment about the kids being outdoors in the shorts and the cold being stronger. He said, and Dave says, there may be a point to being cold to making you stronger. And I guess in his military experience, that was the case. Martini for Lunch 92 says, what I love about Japan is how the traditions actually make sense. Yeah, you know, I've often found that to be the case as well. This is a very practical country that has gone through a lot of difficulty in the past, and typically the actions and attitudes have a meaning, and isn't that often the case with old cultures? They often, the wisdom seems to get collected into the actions and the mores of the culture. Hippie6Y says, I took your advice and sent you a private message about the pronunciation of golden. Yeah, I saw your private message. I haven't answered yet. There's a problem in YouTube where, not a problem, it's just an inconvenience, whereas you can't read a message without it appearing that it's been read. So I usually have to wait for a specific time when I have some time open before I can read the messages, and if I look at them early, then it looks like they're read and I forget that I haven't answered them yet, and I forget to answer them, and then I'm a bad guy. I'm going to get to your email later today, and I appreciate you sending me a private message. And for anybody else that needs to reach me directly, please send me a private message or a tweet. And you also had mentioned about the cold, that the Russians like it even rougher. They jump in the cold water after they're in the sauna. Ooh, sounds rough. And they call them walruses. Wow. Kathleya just helps me to pronounce your name right, Kathleya. I will do my best to get it right. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it again in the future. I'm bad that way. Okay, now we'll get on to the Hints of the Past video. Let's talk about that. First, Unseelie Queen. Unseelie Queen says, I like that you placed that rock on the trail for others to find. Take only pictures, leave only footprints. That's the old motto. Degenskolton, I can't say that right. Degenskonto, I'm not saying it right. Says, I guess it would be a roof tile. They are commonly crushed and dumped on trails to let water seep. I think you're exactly right. I think that's exactly what it is, a roof tile. I've seen actually piles of roof tiles placed on trails in the past where people are crunching them down. They're a little awkward when they're first laid out. Lord Balto, someone who's been commenting for a long time, I know you, says, no one rides the... this is actually a string of things he's commenting on Bonsai Lang's comment, cool find, very wabi-sabi-like, nothing lasts, nothing is finished, and nothing is perfect. You so true. And then Lord Balto says, no one rides the train forever. Nice little metaphor from another channel. Let's see, everyone likes Alex says, hey Kurt, I've noticed you haven't been doing many hiking videos lately. Is it getting cold where you are? Yes, it certainly is getting cold where I am. And I have not been doing any hiking videos lately. It seems like I've been stuck in the city, although that's been on my mind. And just yesterday I was trying to think if I could get out and do some more hikes. Tommy Turntable says, I love finding stuff like that too. Around my area, if you look hard enough, you find arrowheads. Wouldn't that be cool? I'd love to find an arrowhead. Hippie6Y says, looks like a roof tile, man. You live in an awesome life. Those times I see, all those times I see you on the trail of the country, that is fascinating me since I was a kid. That's pure wonder. You know, that's true. I think life is awesome in general. It has a lot of problems, of course, but keep in mind, everybody, that what you typically see of my life here is filtered through my own eyes and my own lens. I show you the best of it, and like anybody else. Excuse me, it's cold getting me. Like anybody else, my life is full of challenges and obstacles, and I don't typically show them here, so. Yeah, my life's no different. T-Bone old Doug says, my guess is the broken roof tile. Yeah, I think everybody's getting in on the fact that it's a roof tile, and I think you guys are exactly right. And it sure looked like one. Patsy Bob says, nice to see a hiking video. Yeah, I haven't done any for a while. Eric X Domo says, at Softypapa, what forest are you and group hiking? Wait, what forest are you and group hiking in this video? Plus, that rock looks smooth. Is the rock smooth when you were holding it? It was kind of smooth, but it did have some rough edges as well. And I'm up on the Mount Russo. I can't see it from here. That building right there wasn't in the way. I could probably see it. And I was hiking with a group, something I rarely ever do. This video, it was a clip from a collection of videos back in September when I was reconnoitering the mountain for a group hike with my school. Mick and Fumi says, I agree with Doug. It looks like a piece of tile. Yep. Yep, sure. I think it sure is. This savory cooling, it kind of cuts off. This savory cooling says it's just a rock, like all the other rocks, like all the others in the track. It may indeed just be a rock. How many times have I been startled to say, oh, there's something special, and it turns out it's just a rock. Hey, but rocks can be special too. Poke6890 says, do you go on these trail trips in groups? Typically not, unless it's for a specific reason. If you've watched my videos in the past, I prefer to be alone and lost. Can you be lost in a group? You certainly can, but it's different. Well-Wisher says, we used to get that in our woods back in Virginia, but instead of roof tiles, we had good vintage glass bottles and various types of alcohol. Mostly we got them in every shape and size, hundreds of whole bottles or a similar high number, strewn carelessly through the woods. Fantastic history, but that old drunkard didn't care much for his surroundings, did he? He lived back when he could have been a slave servant. Wow, that must have been very old and very interesting history. Wow. Camry 5 SFE says, after watching your hiking videos, it makes me want to go out and hike too. You think you can make a video about your hiking gear? You bet. I'll try to do that. I'm not a very organized person. I just basically have a bag that I throw whatever comes to mind and whatever I can pick up at the combini. That goes way back. I can make a whole video about that. How many times in my youth I would just grab a bag, and I'm literally just a bag, like a trash bag, and dump some stuff in there and head off into the woods with no one even know where the heck I was going, not even telling anybody. I'd tell them I'm gone, I'll see you someday, and then I would go off for a day or so off into the woods. I used to hitchhike all around the United States, whole